What is up, guys? This is Sword Metal TCG, and here I am joined by.
RX Saffron. And today we're going to be
Sorry.
doing the top 3 decks in OP17. This is going to be kind of a shorter video. We're just looking at I think all the reveals are done. If not, we're just like missing like a very
I think we're
small
missing
amount of
like one
cards.
like purple common card or something like that.
Exactly. The panda one?
Oh, I mean, I think we got most of those revealed, the panda cards.
Yeah.
But those are not like those are like alts of like vanillas.
Yeah. So it's pretty safe to say that we should know most of it all now. So this is our big predictions for the top 3 decks incoming. So the first one we have is Mihawk Upscale. You think you want to play a
Yeah.
Zoro starter deck? Nah. Shanks? Nah. Rocks? Nah. This is the guy.
They all clash, so it's Mihawk upscale.
All slash. So this is kind of what goes into it. Like this is what we get for the Mihawk cards. You just steal the Shanks card basically because you usually one of the weaknesses of Mihawk is their lethals are pretty easy to predict. It's just their swings are however many swings you see on the board, right? This not only
Yeah.
gives you another swing, it also rests all their blockers.
Yeah. And you get to work, it resends 2 Dawn. So then with leader effect, you rest like a searcher or stage or some shit, and you have 5 Dawn to work with to commit for a lethal. And you don't even have to go for lethal. You just drop this. You see this fucking card, this 3 cost Electric Luna. You get to use Electrical Luna and just freeze like most enemy boards. And if they have like something bigger than 7, you can just swing Shanks into it and kill it.
Yeah, I think the one of the small things that Mihawk was lacking is like an explosive way to finish the game. Now we have that. Or like you said, you could just play this mid game. It's just this not being leader locked, big problem. Big problem.
It's legit better than Red Roger. Like you can make it swing for 14k, and it's basically the same thing as Roger, but like 1k more. And Roger is conditional on someone having 0 life to get the unblockable. So like I don't know, this card just mugs Roger in every aspect.
And yeah, it doesn't even need to be played as a finisher, like you said. It's so good. And this is what we got from the Mihawk slash Zoro starter deck, which is already making it arguably, I think, like the strongest, or definitely a tier 1 pick for this point 0.5 meta. So it just keeps getting more
Yeah,
buffs.
Mihawk's probably gonna be like the majority of top cut. I feel like this weekend.
I agree. I agree. They're all just going to be playing each other. Infinite mirrors. Next, we have Linlin, aka That's Time and Round. As you can see from the demonstration game, we have 8 life
Versus 1 life, by the way.
versus 1 life. You want to talk about Linlin a little bit?
Yeah, so I mean, you can read these first 4 cards. I mean, even the 5th card. These all are free heals. Some of them even go card neutral, like the 10 cost. And I mean, you might think these guys are all 4K bodies, so they're really terribly statted. But they're also free triggers. They won't get the effect when you trigger them out, but there's just a free body that late game they become 8K bodies because you drop the 10 cost Linlin. That's your win condition, and your opponent has just 2 choices whenever you attack at them. They either can randomly discard a card from hand or let you heal one. And I don't know, it's kind of scary to random discard, especially if, your hand is getting taxed a lot if they're like swinging at your board or whatnot. Like if they like random tax you and you lose like your next turn play, that's gonna hurt so much. Or you lose like some crazy counter event or something like that. And then if you let them heal, they legit just get to stack up so much life, and genuinely, they're gonna take 30 seconds in every action so that they can max out the slow play and then just win the game with like 8 life
It's
in the
kind of
finals.
like Red Yellow Sabo, where it's just like a heal slop type of deck. Like you could also run things like 8 cost Teach in your deck to have another like card that can just combo and kill something. And you could have Kiku, and you could have a bunch of other bullshit that you can just like trigger out of your life in addition
Yeah,
to your package.
I'm like, yeah, Teach is probably good because even the trigger is just really good. I've even thought about like running the 2K Bonnie, I think that like protects your 7K or less characters if you just take a life or whatever so that can protect against like grab blade and stuff, and
There's
like
also
you
the Bonnie
don't care.
that gives you a draw when you take a life, right? Or when you take your opponent's life.
Yeah, honestly, this deck has like a really good package fully revealed. So like I don't know what cards you can tech in from other sets because I feel like it's just majority going to be all of these new cards.
For sure, because you want to be playing this in the end, so you can get a board full of 8K power bodies.
I think Teach probably is a good pickup though for this. Because
Yeah.
like I don't know, trigger is good and like it is a 8 Dawn play or a 9 Dawn play if you're going odd.
Lastly,
And you're
did
most
somebody?
likely putting a 4K up there. Oh yeah, what?
I was gonna say, did somebody say 8K? Lol. So
Oh yeah,
this
foreshadowing.
is basically like the same way that I think Shanks just has a better deck to use his cards, which is Mihawk. I think Newgate just has a better deck to use his card, which is this one. So basically, the whole joke with the last slide is you want to play this, you want to play this, and then you just want to keep playing this, basically. And I don't really see a world where you lose the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the decks that don't play out any 10K bodies, that gets a little rough because then you have to fully pay the cost for this new gate. But if any deck that plays a 10K body, I really don't see how they can beat you.
Plus, there's still the
There's cool stuff like we got this new 2K 8K, another one, so like you can just have more consistency for like your all your 8K power effects. And then we have Blamenko, which he's not an 8K, but in this deck, you know, you drop him on 7 Dawn, 2 Dawn on him, he gets rushed because he becomes an 8K, and his when attacking is minus 4K to something, which is actually really good.
Plus, there's still you could play the Luffy in your deck as like a piece of redundancy. So if your opponent is purposely not dropping a 10K power body, you can just become a 7K leader instead.
Yep.
All right. So next we have one more little secret pick, the Goofster.
Restand Deluxe.
Restand Deluxe. Basically, since a lot of our enemies are playing bottom victims, that this deck is kind of like the premier deck that could run this card, besides obviously Kuzan. But to be honest, I'm not too high on Kuzan right now.
Yeah, I don't know if Kuzan got it in him.
At least here, now I feel like with a lot of the aggro decks, you could still play them more in a mid-range style. And it's so you could still like play like a slower game, but since your deck is inherently fast, you always put your opponent on a clock, which decks like Kuzan, it doesn't really put the opponents on a clock, so it could just keep stalling you out.
I honestly think GU might look a lot different if people want to adapt it to the meta. Like, I think we have all these events here. I feel like a lot of these removal events might show up again in the deck to deal with, you know, the new meta. Like, I don't know, Rock says the removal protection guy that's like a 2 cost that makes you them trash 2 cards. But if you keep like culvering it and they just keep trashing cards, like you're pretty happy. And if they get rid of it, then you just get to remove their other stuff with Grab Blade.
Oh, this is a little hidden, but this is one of the new cards for the set. It's basically a 0 cost, you can counter it. And you see the text at top, which is you can rest 4 cards, so not Dawn, and you can rest one of your opponent's characters. So theoretically, you can run this in place of the other blue 0 cost, and you at least have like a main effect. I feel like this is particularly useful if like your opponent is like an 8K leader. You're not swinging with your leader. You probably have some other weenies that you're not swinging with. So you can just rest all of those to rest a blocker, and you have all 10 Dawn for swing.
Yep. It's also like you can use it to rest like removal protection guys, like, you know, the Rocks one I was talking about, there's the Laboon and RG Luffy, you know, those type of stuff. You rest them, remove it, and then you get to, you know, free Grab Blade anything.
Yep. Grab Blade, pretty good card.
Grab Blade merchant deck.
And that is kind of the top 3 plus a little secret one we got for you guys. So hope you enjoy this little quick video. We want to just get
You know, Rocks, we could be proved wrong, but we really don't think it has the same aura as Emu did.
See, bro. He's just in the cuck chair. Wait, it's not going backwards. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and have a great one.
Peace.
Bye-bye. Peace.